in the studio again with Bobby Brock Insurance and the Justin Brock channel, and we want to bring to you today a special guest, Ryan Mcmillian with Bankers Fidelity. Ryan, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. And today, Ryan did some training with our team, and we want to share that with all of you. There are some new updates we need to talk about, some nice products that are coming out or are already out or fully launched, at least in our state, and Ryan mentioned some of that information in a minute. And we're also going to talk about some of the annual election period cross-sell opportunities with some of these products as well. So Ryan, without further ado, man, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for the time today, fellas. AEP's close upon us, and we have some good products that we just launched. We just launched our new hospital indemnity product, Vantage Flex Plus. We just launched that in 23, 24 states with another dozen or so coming out here shortly. It's extremely competitive in the marketplace, and it's very exciting, actually. So
yeah,
it's got a lot of different nuances that a lot of people don't have with other products out there. And it matches perfectly well with the, MAPDs out in the marketplace. Hopefully, so if you get on our website or if you're not contracted with us, reach out to Bobby Brock Insurance.
So yeah, for sure. No, yeah, reach out to us if you want the contract. It's an awesome contract to have. I've been writing the cancer, heart attack, and stroke a good bit. If you guys don't know that, we'll bring it up too, but it's very, very, very competitive in pricing, and it has additional benefits that a lot of cancer policies do not have, which I really like, which are very similar or mirroring riders are in the hospital indemnity plan as well, right?
Correct. So both plans have some very unique riders that we have available that, for instance, like a wellness rider and some travel options you can put in there. The hospital indemnity also has some has diagnostic coverage if you want to add that in there as well, which a lot of other plans do not have. So our cancer products are very unique as well, very customizable. A lot of different options there as well. So one of the top commissionable products in the marketplace. So.
Yeah, it's very nice. The renewals are great too for all the agents out there. And if there's any prospect or clients watching this video, I want to tell you that one of the most competitive rates in the entire market is Bankers Fidelity on cancer, heart attack, and stroke. And it looks like now, after a comparative a while ago, that it's getting pretty competitive, if not one of the top. I would say it's one of the top hospital indemnity plans in the market. So I'm actually considering it for my family. And speaking of that, it's from ages 18 to what?
85.
Ages 18 to 85. Which is awesome because you can also use that with ACA plans or bringing it together with a short-term medical plan.
Correct. Yeah. That I think there's only, I can't say for sure, but I know there's one other plan that goes down to 18, but we go down to 1885. So for ACA folks, I know that time is coming up as well. So it matches very well with that. It even has some options you can add on there that are like maternity, things like that. So other people don't have.
Yeah, there was a few changes with one or two carriers where they were putting in waiting periods regarding maternity because, that can be expensive, right? Mm-hmm. But the maternity selection, if I understood it correctly, it mirrors your indemnity section that you select, right?
It does. We will have a pre-X clause in there, but it will mirror the whatever you select for the hospital stay.
Yeah, it's really nice. And one of the nice things about the hospital indemnity plan that I liked, I studied it quite a bit before you got here this morning to look it over. And inside of the rider section, Ryan refers to it as 3 different buckets of benefits. Could you explain that before I go into the...
Yeah. So we have, as Justin just mentioned, so we have basically 3 different buckets of benefits. The initial bucket is very, very robust. It's included with every plan that you sell. So it has your base benefit options. Those are things like your hospital confinement, your hospital daily stay, your emergency room. We actually cover urgent care 4 times per year, which other plans don't have. We have, ambulance, things of those nature that are all included on everything. So it's very robust just in the beginning. And then we have 11 different, in the second bucket, we have 11 different optional riders you can add on. We have things from outpatient surgery to minor, major, and invasive diagnostic choices you can put in there. Travel option, if you have to travel away from your home and to get care elsewhere, we'll help it'll help cover stays at in the hotel. Just some different things like that are very unique. And then our third bucket is the enhanced benefits. So that's you can include coverage for maternity, or you can include coverage for substance abuse or mental and nervous help as well. So very, very unique.
And you can include or exclude those enhancement
Correct.
benefits.
Correct.
So 3 buckets. There was the base benefit, which are the mandatory parts of it that you can customize. And then the rider bucket is what I called it, which is where you add on the wellness options, diagnostic exams, and stuff like that. And that's actually what I was going to allude to earlier, was the diagnostic exam is one of the main copays that we get with Medicare Advantage plans that our clients complain about, because a lot of the hospital indemnity plans, actually, I don't know any that cover that.
No, they're not the ones that I've seen. So we have minor, major, and invasive. So your minor is going to be more like your X-rays. Your major is going to be more your CT or MRI.
Yeah.
And then your invasive are, very, very inclusive with your body. So,
Yeah, like the stress test and stuff like that they do with the cardiologist. And another exam that we run into a lot of is like just a regular MRI, or what do they call it when they put the dye in the veins? Is that like an EKG, or I don't know what that's called.
sure. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. Anyway, point being is that they'll charge them like $200 for that diagnostic exam, and you guys cover that. Nobody else covers that.
Correct.
That's a big deal. Even adding that this morning, it was cheaper than a few of your competitors. So I was really impressed with the rate. So make sure you guys check out Bankers Fidelity Hospital Indemnity Plan. You need to get that contract before. Do you guys do a blackout period on your contracting?
We do not.
See, man, look, right there. That's a big deal. Okay. Well, I know you guys also have some pretty awesome trips, incentives for producing agents.
We do. So currently we're working on that. It's not, we haven't launched anything yet. Hopefully we have something here very, very soon, and make it for a good AEP.
Yeah, I know Justin's oftentimes complimented you guys on your trips and stuff.
Yeah. They're excellent.
So that'll be out pretty soon. Make sure you get on their email list so you can get that information. Just reach out to us at contracting@BobbyBrockInsurance.com to get that information. Also, with Bankers Fidelity, you guys, you have a pretty good looking final expense product too, but your commission structure is different, which I think a lot of people will look into that, but it's really strong commission.
Yes, it's strong commission is different than a lot of the final expense plans out there. So a lot of the final expense plans out there do a heaped, obviously, to help you out. You write it, and first year you get a large lump sum. Ours is levelized. So a lot of our distribution are MedSup producers. So it mirrors basically how a MedSup is paid out over 6 years. So we will pay out the commission over 6 years. You make a good amount of money in that 6 years, more than you actually would on a heaped level. But some people love it, some people hate it because but renewals are lifeblood of an insurance agent. So
for sure,
if you can build that up over time, it's actually worth it. So
yeah, a lot of the cross sale money for independent agents, they're using it for marketing and for infrastructure and stuff. And so I understand the advancements, but like or heaped commission, as a lot of people call it, I like as earned is the way that I call that, levelized commission. I think it's nice because, my floor is slowly raising over time, so I'm not having to, scramble as much about trying to make sure I hit the number I need to hit to be able to pay for my leads this week.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So having that built into your portfolio, your wheelhouse of products that you go to for certain scenarios, it's your Bankers Fidelity's EAP is fantastic. If you hadn't checked it out, it has like that Amazon shopping cart feel, where you select the information and then it pulls it up, and you can quote. It's really, really nice. I really like it. Can you elaborate on it some?
Yeah, so you're able to do a la carte. So you can add on all the different products. So you put in your zip code, it's going to pull up all the products that are available in your marketplace. You can add each one, and it'll pull it over, and you can do it all at once. So it's one premium payment. If there's questions that overlap between different products, then it will just ask you once. It's not going to ask you twice. And our underwritings, all of our applications are simplified issues. So for instance, like the hip products, only 7 questions, cancer products, 3 questions, things like that. So it's not super invasive and, an extremely long application process. So
yeah, I wanted to get you to elaborate. I'm glad you touched on that. The underwriting is a big deal. We're a volume shop. We help a lot of people, and having simplified issue products. And you also talked about the turnaround time on underwriting.
Yeah, so it's very, very quick. It's not instant decision, but if you submit something this morning, it'll be issued usually by this afternoon. Easily, if it's in the afternoon, then it'll be issued by the morning. So very quick turnaround times. You're not waiting long, multiple days to get answer.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I know every time I've submitted a cancer, heart attack, and stroke with you guys, and I have because you have a really good product. It's usually within 24 hours that I have an answer.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
And my client's not just sitting out there on the cliff waiting. Right. So that, and then you guys also have something that a lot of people overlook, but like you said earlier, it is becoming more of a niche product, is the home care or short-term care products. Can you elaborate on Banker's short-term care?
Yeah, so we have a short-term care product. There's not a lot of competition out there for that product. It is more of a niche product, but more people are starting to get into it because it gives options for their clients outside of long-term care. So if they need, skilled nursing facility care, things of that nature, well, you can choose your benefit amounts between, 90, 180, 270, or 360 days as an option. You can utilize the benefits twice, and you pick your dollar amount between $30 and $300 in $10 increments. But it's very, very nice. Another thing that's nice with ours is that we have a home health care rider you can add on. And that's probably selected 90% of the time just because people would prefer to get care out of their house instead of a skilled nursing facility. So.
Right. Yeah, I was looking at the product this morning. I've actually almost written it twice so far. I hadn't talked to you about that. But the scenario that I run into is I do most of our retirement planning, if not over 80% of it right now. We got other people coming up to do that, and we use annuities a lot for retirement planning because people when they retire don't want to lose money because their active income is lowering or gone, and so they need to make sure that they don't lose anymore and that it lasts them through retirement. Well, part of that strategy is we prepare for long-term care and home health, and in the past I've only had one carrier that I'm allowed or I have at my disposal that has the short-term care or home health care is what I'm referring to. And everybody that I meet, every prospect prefers, to stay at home instead of having to go into a long-term care center or, skilled nursing center.
Right.
And I thought I started looking at the product and I was like, it was more customizable and it had the cancer rider as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was great because I do a lot of that, actually, a lot more than most probably. And I thought it was a great addition to your product portfolio.
Yeah, it's a really good product. Like I said, it's starting to pick up steam and more people are starting to write it.
And so y'all have 5 major products, correct? The only one we hadn't talked about is the Medicare Supplement.
Correct.
I know you're waiting on that one, man. Tell me about it. Come on.
So our current MedSup isn't the most competitive right now, but we will, starting in 2023, we will be rolling out a new MedSup product. So
yeah,
be very competitive and be up and coming. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it too. We still do a lot of Medicare Supplement where we're at, not just in Mississippi, but just in general. We still do a lot of Medicare Supplement. There's a lot of people, everybody's marketing strategy is different, but we focus heavily on turning 65. I mean, there's only like millions, so we need to help as many as possible. Right. So there's plenty of people to go around. So you got to check out Bankers Fidelity's MedSup. If you don't have that contract, you are truly missing out. It is a tool to have in your bag, if not one of your best tools. So Bankers Fidelity is rocking it, man. And you guys are going to be at MedCon again, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Well, if you haven't met Ryan, please get to know him. We're going to make sure we put your information down in the description of the video.
Okay.
And if you haven't talked to Corey, which is I've talked to him a few times. I only got to meet him at MedCon. Really great guy. I love both of those guys, man, Ryan and Corey. Is there anything else that I forgot on any of the products? Because there was a few things about the benefit period on the hospital indemnity. We kind of left that out, I guess, but I don't want to jump around too much. Like the 30 and 60 day differences.
Yeah, so we on the hospital indemnity we have a 30-day separation, which our competitors out there are 60-day separation. So if you go in the hospital, and then once you get out, that separation period will, after 30 days, you can actually reutilize your benefit. Where, like I said, the competition's 60, so that's a huge help. So.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Like the details, are really, really important. Like if you write a product and then your client, for example, they get sick twice in a row, and then they're like, oh, I thought this was supposed to cover everything else. And you didn't know that was an exclusion or a limitation. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
you should know your products out there. And Ryan, you definitely do, man. Yeah. And how long have you been in the insurance business? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So been in the insurance business 22 years. So always in the Medicare side. So been around the block a little bit. Worked for a lot of the major carriers out there, and done things from MA to MedSup to ancillary products my whole career. So
I know since I've met you, you've had a lot of things on the horizon, changes and improvements and to the benefits and product selection that you have.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that quite a bit. So, yeah, man, I was glad you came this morning. I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, been a little bit.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Bankers Fidelity, if you don't have that contract, again, it'll be in the description, but it's contracting@BobbyBrockInsurance.com. And again, my name is Justin Stark, and this is Ryan Mcmillian. And be sure to fly down to Missouri sometime and give Ryan a hard time. He probably won't me to shout that out. But anyway, without further ado, man, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate it.
Time to grow your agency like a guru. Introducing Go Guru Pro. The Go High Level platform allows for minimizing software-based subscriptions and grants control over several facets of marketing and communication. Automate your workflow, communicate with your leads, book appointments in advance, and house all your clients in one secure location. Visit goguru.pro and schedule your one-on-one demo today.